The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. A look at the Wizards winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, the Hornets right behind them, just one spot down.
And seeing where Washington is, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier, and it's Bonga in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, we've got Bridges. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Graham in at the 2.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And with the 6'8" arm span, Terry Rozier plays a lot bigger than his 6'1" height.
Kevin, there is no doubt this is one of the outstanding rebounders from the guard position. He is an excellent defensive player. Scary Terry can hurt you on both ends of the floor.
Here's Biyombo following the bucket by the Wizards. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This guy is very solid close to the rim. Biyombo knows when to be assertive on the interior.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Bridges for 3. Bryant with the rebound. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Bridges misses. Here's Hachimura. Covered by Biyombo. Here's Bonga. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Bridges passes to Biyombo. Plays it up and banks it in. Biyombo's got his second bucket of the night.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
Here's Napier. No good from outside. Charlotte trailing. Pulls up on the elbow. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Washington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
Bridges misses. And so Brown will bring it up for the Wizards. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Well, they pushed the action on the offensive end, strategically super aggressive, and it really paid off for them at the free throw line.
And for the Wizards and their new front office doors, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
Here's Robinson. The shot that time, not on target. Now Charlotte takes it the other way, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Charlotte making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And then for Washington, Mo Wagner comes in for Brown. And Smith's subbed in for Napier. Shot clock at 6. Batum inside the three-point line. And that one hits back iron. The Wizards with the lead. To the left wing. Here's Mahimi. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I think Mahimi likes the contact, right? Physicality does not affect his shot at all.
Passes it to Batum. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. Elbow shot. And he drops that one in.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Mahimi. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I think everyone knows when Mahimi gets the ball inside, often the better choice is to foul him. And we'll see if he can make them pay for that.
Hornets trail by 4. And here is Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Here's Washington. They get the rebound. And Zeller kicks to Batum. Here's Bacon. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Wizards lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Graham in at the point. So that's the Hornets 5. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
The shot by Mahimi, no good. Charlotte shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Graham with the bucket. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Smith outside. The pass to Robinson. Here's Wagner. Here's Mahimi. Moves back up. That's tipped. And they get it back. Pass to Hachimura. From deep. 5 to shoot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Hornets now going the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And the Hornets making a change here. Biombo's checked in. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Bonga's checked in. Out to Smith. Back to Robinson. From outside, off the mark. Hornets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Batum passes to Zeller. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Batum. Again, the Hornets score.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To stop the run. And he gets it to go. Bonga's got his second basket of the game. Charlotte in the lead. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Biombo, no luck.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. three-point range. A new 14 for Charlotte. Zeller dishes to Biombo. Missed inside.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
That gives them the lead. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And that one drops for him. Biombo's got 6.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now, here is Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And stolen by Graham. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Poked loose. Zeller finds Batum. Graham surveying the floor. Batum, good. Now it's a 3-point Hornets lead.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Mahimi's shot is good. Mahimi's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, over the years, Mahimi has become more and more offensive-minded. You get him a paint touch, he's thinking score it.
Here's Batum. Again, the Hornets score.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Out left to the wing. A 3-ball. Graham with the rebound. Hornets leading by 3. There's Bacon. He can't get it to go. 30 seconds left now here in the second. Smith kicks to Robinson. From deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bunga. True on the 14-footer. 6 points for him. And the Hornets with possession here. Pass to Graham. To the paint. Here's Biombo. Lays it up off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 3.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
We've got more in store for you right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just... And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown, and it's Bunga in at the 3 spot. So it's the Hornets now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Biombo, the pass to Washington. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Bunga gets the bucket. Bunga's got 8 points. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Graham with the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Hachimura, no good. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season, but for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Graham with the ball. 6 points for him. Here's Rozier. Graham, the pass to Washington. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 4th rebound in this one. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 1.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Biyombo. Robinson's checked in for Washington. Wizards have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Napier kicks to Robinson. Back to Napier. To the middle, Hachimura. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Bridges. The shot's good. Bridges has got his first basket.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got the lead up to 4 now for Washington.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Bridges passes to Bacon. Zeller with it. He's covered by Brown. From the line. Shot by Zeller, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Robinson dishes to Bryant. It's rebounded by Charlotte. There's 31 seconds left in the 3rd. Kicks it to Zeller. Passes to Bacon. Here's Washington, defended by Bryant. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Batum. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Brown, good. Zeller against Mahinmi. Now the pass to Rozier. To the inside. 2 on the clock. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bacon. That's a 2 from Smith. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Wizards out front, up by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Bridges out there with Cody Zeller. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Washington leading now by 4. Smith, the pass to Bryant. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Now, here's Rozier. Down low. Here's Bridges. Bryant with the rebound. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards. Robinson passes to Hachimura. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. And the Wizards lead by 9. Now, here's Bridges. Guarded closely. He gets that one.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Now here's Zeller. Rozier. He sinks the 11-footer.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Robinson against Batum. Robinson drives in. Hachimura, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And that matchup against the Sixers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bonga's checked in, and it's Napier in for Ish Smith. Hornets trail by 3. Here's Bridges, and there it is for him. Bridges has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Here's Graham. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Napier. And that one is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bacon's shot is off. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Hachimura. He can't get that one to fall. And Charlotte will come the other way. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Washington's checked in for Dwayne Bacon. Out to the wing. Now, here's Rozier. Tight defense on him. Here's Biyombo. Good on the bucket.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Washington shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Brown outside. Back to Napier. Pass to Hachimura. Dishes to Bryant. And the layup is good.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Now Graham. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Inside, Hachimura. And he goes in for the dunk.
One thing you can say about Hachimura, he is not afraid of the challenge.
Here's Rozier. Here's Biyombo. Second chance shot. And it's Rozier missing. Wizards leading by 4. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Napier. A shot's good. Brown making the play.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Washington. And contact on the... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call. going to the line.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He told them to play smart, but not to be cautious. He said, look, we got this lead by playing our way, and we'll keep it by doing the same. Guys, we'll see what happens.
It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Gets the ball up the court immediately, and that pass to find the man cutting to the bucket couldn't have been timed any better.
Bryant dishes to Brown, shakes him. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Here's Graham. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bryant. It drops.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
On for 3. Count it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And the Hornets call time here. They're behind by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound, Bridges. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time.
How can the Wizards not be confident when they looked as good as that? Here they were, headed to the locker room earlier on. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, well, a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. So the Nets starting five. Thomas is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Chiozza in at the one. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the three, the small forward. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory. Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Thomas, and the layup's good off the glass. Different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And the technical free throw is good. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Here's Bryant, and Bryant slams it in.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Here's LeVert. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Napier. Defense right on him. Bryant passes to Hachimura. That shot off. Excellent D from Thomas. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's LeVert. It's deflected. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. LeVert's got his second bucket. To the paint. A jump hook, and that one's good. Hachimura.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Brown against LeVert. Thomas passes to Allen. Back to Thomas. Shoots from 14. Bryant with the rebound.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Here's Hachimura. Banked in off the glass. Hachimura's got 7 points. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Oh, he can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. Excellent D there from Allen.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Here's LeVert, and he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Pass to Chiozza. Harris outside. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Wizards. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, it just felt to me like they wanted it more. I mean, didn't get down emotionally when they got behind. And how about that third quarter comeback? One for the Agents.
And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Wizards trail by 3. Robinson kicks to Mahinmi. A steal. Here's Johnson. Rebound by Smith. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Mahinmi finds Robinson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Harris. Robinson hits them both.
And a new regime in Washington as they have moved on from the previous GM. A lot to do here.
Yeah, G.A., and it's not an ideal cap situation to work with. Fans are excited to see what can be done. They need to land a few big free agents. It hasn't happened for the Wizards in a while.
Smith, the pass to Hachimura. Comes up empty down low. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Caruch, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Shoots from 14. The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Here's Luwawu with 1 on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Nets out in front. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after 1.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Tyler Johnson. Luwawu is out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Crawford, and it's Caruch in at the 5 spot. Bucket is good. Crawford's got his first bucket in this one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Mahinmi passes to Smith. Now, here's Mahinmi. He's guarded closely. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Smith is a fighter, someone who usually doesn't back down from anyone, especially on these types of shots.
To the middle. Here's Temple. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Here's Temple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Here's Mahinmi. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Caruch. The shot, no good. Now Washington takes it the other way. Mahinmi passes to Wagner. Here's Robinson, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 1. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Here's Caruch, guarded by Mahinmi. And it's Caruch missing.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The Nets shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you gotta love.
Right. Wagner, good. Now it's a 5-point Wizards lead.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Allen against Bryant. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Allen. Harris looking it over. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Back to Brown. And he makes good on the layup. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for the Wizards.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Luwawu. Allen trying to break free. Luwawu's shot is off. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Mahimi's checked in for the Wizards. And the Nets also making a change. LeVert's checked in. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Chiozza. Napier covering. Harris passes to Chiozza. Out to Harris. Shot to stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Mahimi down low, guarded by Harris. It's good. Mahimi's got the lead back up to 7 now for Washington.
I like to see the D with a little more energy out there. They kind of forgot about it.
Allen inside. Some solid defense from Bryant. And that does it for the first half of play. Wizards lead by.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust. Thanks for joining.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bunga in at the 3 side. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Brown outside. Here's Bunga, guarded by Harris. Bunga, no good. Nets trail by 7. There's the pass to Allen. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Allen's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Brooklyn.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Robinson's checked in for Washington. Ish Smith comes in for Shabazz Napier. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Low block shot on the way. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from LeVert.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Caruge is checked in for Thomas. Crawford comes in for Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for LeVert. Allen's shot is off.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Mahinmi's checked in for the Wizards. Smith with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Bonga, the pass to Mahinmi. It's stolen by Allen. A solo fast break. Here's Temple. Finished off the break. Temple's got 5 now.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Here's Bonga, guarded by Crawford. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen drives in, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Washington called for the foul. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Well, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. Well, you look at Hachimura, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
He's been playing some very determined basketball here lately. It's showing in those rebounding numbers.
Pass to Luwawu. Here's Allen. Pass to Caruge. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caruge has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Bonga, the pass to Robinson. And again, Washington, no good. Nets trail by 3. Here's Temple. Pass to Luwawu. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close. It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Temple, the pass to Allen. Here's Temple, guarded by Robinson. And the shot goes in. Temple's got 7 points in the game.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Over in the corner, Allen. Temple, the pass to Luwawu. Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Caruge. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Allen left side. And there's the pass to Luwawu. Dishes it to Johnson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Joe Harris is out there with Thomas. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the 1 spot. Wizards leading by 3. Brown drives in. That's good. And it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant's got 4 assists in the game.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
LeVert kicks to Harris. Back to LeVert. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Perfect timing. With the small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Brown against Harris. In the corner, it's Robinson. He kicks to Bryant. Brown outside. Shot clock at 6. But they'll get another chance. Here's Hachimura. Goes up again. And it's laid in by Bryant.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Here's Thomas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
To the inside, Bryant makes it off the glass. Bryant's got the lead up to 9 now for Washington.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Over Bryant. Allen, that's good.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Napier with it. Now Thomas defending. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Here's Thomas. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Wizards making a change here. Bonga's checked in. Nets trail by 9. Chioza passes to Allen. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Here's Brown. Another shot. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Allen. Harris inside. Passes it to Chioza. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Napier. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Napier's got his first basket of the night. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Inside. Here's Allen. Second chance effort, and that one drops. Allen's got 12 points in just the second half.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arms length from the bucket.
Yeah, just a breakdown defensively there allows them to wind up with an easy dunk straight off the inbounds.
Here's Chioza. It's good from long range.
Maybe he's not a priority for the D, but come on, man. You gotta have somebody keeping track of him.
Hachimura up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
It's just been one of those nights from he got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Upside Thomas. Back to LeVert. to the paint. Here's Allen. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. 16 points for Jared Allen.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Napier feeling it out a bit. On the wing, Bryant. Brown outside. Pocket 6. Bunga, the pass to Hachimura. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Harris.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you, GA, but I've seen crazy things happen.
Here's Hachimura. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But GA, this is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards. And the shot goes in.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
That'll be a 5-second call. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Brooklyn with the ball. 8-point game. Hall, he's covered by Grant. It's hauled in by Utah. Grant surveying the D. And so Washington takes the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have any.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Bridges.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Bridges. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Graham in at the 2. And for the Nets, Lance Thomas out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Chioza in at the 1. Last game for the Charlotte Hornets, it was a loss to the Heat.
And James Borrego, in his second year as head coach, wants an offense that relies on quick decision-making. They are looking to attack defenses early.
And, you know, that kind of offense, Greg, is one that's not easy to put into place. You got to trust the players, and the players have to trust each other, and the players have to make good decisions. It's a steep learning curve, but I really think it's the ideal way to play once you get it all ironed out.
A nice shot by LeVert.
You know, you can see the confidence level LeVert has by how often he hunts for his shot, especially from there.
So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Yeah, the offense was AWOL. It just wasn't there. No rhythm, no flow, just a tough day.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to LeVert. Feeds it to Allen. And stolen by Biyombo. Graham, the pass to Washington. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose. Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
The Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Over to the wing. Bridges passes to Washington. Here's Graham. LeVert defending. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Washington. Passes it to Graham. From downtown, sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
It's Allen on the wing. Covered by Biyombo. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Allen.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Pass to Rozier. The pass to Bridges. And it's sent back by Allen. Here's LeVert, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, you give Karis LeVert that kind of positioning, guys. I mean, he's going to finish with power.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing by 2. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. 2 points. That one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Over the last decade or so, the Hornets haven't had a lot of success, Clark, in the draft.
Well, you take a look at it, guys, and they've traded away a multitude of picks, and picks that have turned into guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tobias Harris, two outstanding young players. They've missed on the picks they've kept. I think they've got to do a better job of building from within.
Allen, that's good.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Down low. Sweet move. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Yeah, he's a threat to throw it down every time he's near the rim. At 6'9", Biyombo has not only the height but the strength and bounce to jam it down.
Now here's Allen. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
But they get it back. Washington passes to Biyombo. Count the basket. Biyombo's got his second basket.
And Biyombo is highly effective down low. Knows where to post up in the paint.
Kicks it to Allen. It's LeVert on the wing. Graham defending. Lets it go from the wing. And it's LeVert missing. The Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Bridges passes to Biyombo. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The Nets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to LeVert. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. LeVert's got 6.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
And good that time.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's Charlotte. They lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Allen is out there with Caruch. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Tyler Johnson. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. Allen's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Washington. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Washington's got 4 points now in the quarter. It's stolen. Tries it from 9. The putback.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
Johnson kicks to Temple. Back to Johnson. Here's Temple, defended by Batum. 6 to shoot. Here's Allen. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got his 7th rebound here tonight, and so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Hornets with the rebound.
You know, for a team like the Nets, building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The Nets working the ball around now. Luwawu, the pass to Caruch. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Like you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development. The investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
And the Hornets making a change here. Martin's checked in. Now here's Zeller. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Heat in Miami.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
And the dunk by Zeller.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that. Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Passes to Bacon. He feeds it to Martin. Tries from 7. Lays it up and banks it in. Bacon's got his first bucket of the night.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Martin, the pass to Bacon. Back to Martin. Shakes him. And it's good on the layup. And now it's an 11-point Charlotte lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Cody Zeller, his level of activity is really contagious. I mean, that's what I love about his game. Excellent hustler on both ends of the floor. And he does a lot of good work just by staying active.
Now here's Zeller. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Bangs home the trifecta. Bacon's got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Charlotte making a switch here. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 17-5 run. Rozier, the pass to Zeller. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Rodions Kurucs, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Hornets leading by 16. Rozier with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. And it's sent back by Allen.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
Zeller. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jared Allen. The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Harris finds LeVert. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Biombo, the pass to Bridges. Here's Bacon. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Hornets lead by...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Bat. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that'll do it for our halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. Setting the floor for the Hornets, we've got Zeller. Bridges out there with Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Rozier in at the point.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
When you watch the Hornets play, you can expect a very controlled game.
Yeah, you know, they don't push too much and make silly mistakes. Fantastic when it comes to minimizing turnovers, controlling the pace. They've been one of the best teams at keeping turnovers down since 2014.
Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. Here's Washington. He's guarded by Thomas. Shot from 12. Bridges. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for that matchup with the Wizards, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here's Graham. He's got 7. Bridges, no one around him. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Bridges has got his second bucket of the game to go. A difficult situation to be sure for Brooklyn. Allen finds LeVert. Back to Allen. Shoots over Biyombo. Allen's shot is off.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Here's Rozier. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 8 points.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
Inside. Here's Biyombo. A rebound by the Nets. Thomas got his 4th rebound in this one.
You look at a player like Bismack Biyombo, and I love his presence in the paint. A real rim protector because he's not only got length, but he's also got jumping ability and some girth as well.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Brooklyn. Graham, the pass to Biyombo. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And with Biyombo, the length of his arms, Clark, helps him with that great rim protection.
Yeah, you know, I agree. It's a blend of length and strength, guys. He can be a boulder on the block, a rugged physical presence there, and hard to move when he gets anchored in.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Washington. Over Allen, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Charlotte. Nets trail by 20. And Temple kicks to Allen. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Llewellyn. Defended by Bridges. Here's Allen. Bridges with the board.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Batum, good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. A fast break now for Charlotte, and the dunk by Graham.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
Here's Biyombo. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player, very effective at finding the open man, too.
And Temple kicks to Allen. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. Graham, the pass to Bridges. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The pass to Luau. He kicks it to Johnson. Releases from 15, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Charlotte ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Anderson is out there with Caruch. Then it's Crawford, and it's Hall in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Their ability to rebound and convert those second chance opportunities has been a running theme throughout.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Here's Caruch. Connects on the 9-footer. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Here's Crawford following the bucket by the Hornets. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hall. No good on that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Now Hernan Gomez. Ball's knocked loose. Crawford with the steal. Musa passes to Anderson. And rebounded by McDaniels. Charlotte shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Stolen by Anderson. Crawford with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. Pull-up jumper. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Crawford.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Monk. And yes, it's good. Monk's got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And so here's Charlotte. To the inside. Here's McDaniels. They get it back. Here's Hernan Gomez. Bucket is good.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
Good on the bucket.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Monk, rebounded by the Nets. Outside for Martin. And here is Monk. Clock at 6. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Sharing the basketball is a part of the game that Monk needs to continue to add to complement his shooting.
To the middle. Here's Hall. 2 minutes. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now, here's Monk. Hernan Gomez finds Martin. Lets it go with a 3. And no good. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hornets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Rodion Kurucs. And it's Johnson in for Jamal Crawford.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Mark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Here's Luwawu, and he jams it with authority.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Now here is Martin. The putback.
That's his first personal foul.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Johnson outside. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
So it's the Hornets now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Martin, the pass to Hernan Gomez. 5 on the clock. Outside, Martin. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Brooklyn ball.
From 13. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final, we are... Sure can. All right, D.A., thanks. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Bismack Biyombo, who's out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at the two-guard spot. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the small forward.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Washington, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
To the paint. Here's Bryant. That's Biyombo with the rebound. For the Hornets, they come into this one following a loss to the Heat. The three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
Bryant. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Washington. And the three off target.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The pass to Biyombo. Now Rozier. He's covered by Brown. Now here's Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Heat in Miami.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Bridges. Biyombo up top. Second chance shot. That shot off. Now the Wizards take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
I mean, big-time win, bigger-time third-quarter comeback, and definitely a great game for us to watch as well.
And it's Napier missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And there's the foul. He'll go on Shabazz Napier. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Bacon's checked in. Here's Charlotte now. They've picked up 11 straight. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
It's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Wagner, he's checked in for Troy Brown. And then for Charlotte, Cody Zeller comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Miles Bridges.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Smith, the pass to Hachimura. Off target from outside. Charlotte leading by 13. Zeller with it. Robinson picks him up. A nice shot by Zeller.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Washington shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That one is no good.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 14. Wagner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. So he gets them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Graham. Here's Biyombo. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
And it's Biyombo with the jam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Zeller, and the dunk by Zeller.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And so it's Charlotte with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Robinson. Wagner out there with Mahinmi. And it's Smith, and it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
It's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like. And Smith puts up a deep 3, buries the long-range jumper. Smith's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Rozier. Here's Zeller. Pass to Bacon. Here's Washington. Stolen. Smith drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smith's got 5 points so far. Hornets leading by 15. Outside, Batum. Passes it to Washington. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 10. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Smith. And he banks in the layup.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
The Hornets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Rozier. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. And Bryant kicks to Smith. Back to Bryant. To the left side wing. Tipped away. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And now on our rookie leaderboard, who are the rookies grabbing the most rebounds in the NBA right now? Let's take a look. You look at Washington. One of the game's best, second in the league.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Zeller trying to free himself up. Bacon's shot is off. Wizards trail by 16. Batum with the steal. Here's Washington, and it's sent back by Bryant, and he's able to get it back. The Hornets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he knocks down the first one. Washington making some changes. Troy Brown comes in for Robinson, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Smith. Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Now, here's Napier. He's guarded closely. The Hornets pull it in. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Pass to Rozier. Here's Washington. Napier covering. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 20.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
To the inside. Here's Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. So for the Wizards, Mahinmi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. And it's Hachimura in for Wagner. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Graham's checked in. Dishes it to Zeller. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Inside. And that one's good. Hachimura.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
And here is Graham. He had a 27-point outing in the last game against the Heat in Miami.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Biombo is checked in for the Hornets. Napier dishes to Mahinmi. She's over Biombo. Another one falls for Washington.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. They lead by 14. Down low, here's Zeller, and the rejection by Mahinmi, and he gets it back. Rozier with the ball, picked up by Brown, and once again off the mark by Charlotte.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually. How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Graham surveying the floor. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Zeller's got 6 here in this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bonga off target from 3-point range. Hornets leading by 14. Now Rozier. Graham kicks to Biombo. From 13, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The clock.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our half. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They lead by 14. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Graham with the ball. Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Washington out there with Bridges. And there's Bismack Biombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard position.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Wizards trail by 17. Napier passes to Mahinmi. Shoots over Biombo. That one off the back iron and out. Deflects the pass. Charlotte's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And the pass to Washington. Goes back up. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And the Wizards making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. And he gets it to go.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
In the corner, Napier with it. And here's Brown outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Brown's got 7.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
Here's Graham. He has 5. Pass to Bridges. Pass to Rozier. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. Again, the Hornets score.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Here's Napier. That one a little long. Hornets leading by 19 points. To the right side. Here's Graham. Again, the Hornets score.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Pass to Hachimura. He kicks it to Napier. Here's Hachimura. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now, here's Rozier. Napier covering from 18 feet away. Tries again. Washington, that's good. He's got 14.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
On the wing, Brown. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
The pass to Bridges. Here's Washington. Goes up to the stripe. Again, the Hornets score.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Here's Napier. And Rozier pulls it down.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Some changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. Mahimi's shot is good.
Oh, my goodness. You guys take everybody by surprise putting the ball on the deck. Jan Mahimi taking what the defense gives him.
The feed now to Zeller. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Wasted no time on that one. Brown's got 7 now in this quarter. Charlotte leading by 22. Outside, Batum. Graham, the pass to Bacon. Dish now to Batum. Makes it off the glass.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's Mahimi. The second chance effort. Left side, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Mahimi finds Smith. Got a hand on it.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
The issue is not them. The issue is us. We're not being physical.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Wizards shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Smith is out there with Robinson. Then there's Brown. Then there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Hachimura in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Mahimi passes to Hachimura. He dishes it to Brown. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Smith for 3. Smith missing again. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Ryan, he's checked in for the Wizards, and he commits the intentional foul. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Charlotte shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Hachimura, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Here's Bryant to the paint. Here's Robinson over Batum. Bryant trying to free himself up. Robinson getting it done. What a move that time.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Pass to Zeller. Now Batum. From deep three-point range, Bryant with the rebound. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards. There's the lob to Brown. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Graham with the ball, working on Smith. They get it again. Passes it to Zeller. Here's Bacon. He's covered by Brown, but they recover it. Bridges passes to Bacon. Zeller up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Graham's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Smith feeling it out a bit. To the middle, wants to get it to Bryant and does. And the shot goes in. Bryant's got his first points of the night.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Outside, Batum. Here's Bacon. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. Outside, Batum. Over Robinson. Pass to Bacon. Here's Graham. Kept alive by Charlotte.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
The Wizards have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. Brown dishes to Smith. Kicks it to Bryant. 6 to shoot. Back to Smith. From outside the arc, the Hornets pull it in. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. There's 14 seconds left in the game. No good from Grant. Now here is Martin. Back to Monk. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA
The activity in front of the Brook. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You look at the Nets. Right now at the playoff start, they would have the 7th seed. And, of course, the Wizards, they're back in the 9th position.
And, you know, for the Wizards, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
And now Washington starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Down out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward spot. And for Brooklyn, Lance Thomas out there with Harris. Then there's Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the point guard. Both teams dealing with injuries in this one tonight, Chris. Talk about what that does to a team's rotation.
Well, it shortens the rotation, definitely, but I always believe that injuries help teams in the long run if you get the injured player back. So as long as you get that injured player back before the playoffs and time to build chemistry, what does it do? It gives guys an opportunity that weren't going to get that playing time to get that playing time. And now it helps deepen that rotation the longer the season goes along. So it can also turn into a blessing. That curse can, but you got to have everyone focused and honed in to make sure that happens.
I'm sure. Here's Napier. Jared Allen making his last shot. Bonga the pass to Hachimura. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Count it. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Bonga. Bryant with it. Picked up by Harris. Wizards passing it around. Knocked loose. Bryant finds Brown. Shot clock at 2. Another one falls for Washington.
No, almost any player left that wide open is going to bury that shot. This is the league. That's poor defensive.
The pass to Allen. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Bonga. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line. And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love these. I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Jacks up a 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. I mean, you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
Brown with it, and Allen picks him up defensively.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Inside. Here's Thomas. And no good that time. And it's Washington the other way. Napier with it. And he just worked New York in that last game. Brown outside. Pocket 6. Here's Bonga. Again, the Wizards score.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Several teams changing it up here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Offensive rebound, Allen. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Karis LeVert. And then for Washington, Mo Wagner's checked in for Brown, and it's Ish Smith in for Shabazz Napier. Wizards have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. To the inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Hachimura, Mahimi, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. 1:03 left to play here in the first. Temple finds Johnson. Down low. Here's Karuch. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He's not easing his way into this game. He's coming out hot, 4 for 5 right out the gate.
Hachimura the pass to Mahimi. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Puts it up. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Nice shot by Smith.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Passes it to Hachimura. A three-pointer, no good. With 2 seconds left. Good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And so lots of... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, GA. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Mahimi is out there with Wagner. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Hachimura in at the 3, the small forward. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Ron Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
And the Nets with possession here after the basket by Washington. Luwabu's shot is off. Smith kicks to Robinson. Inside. Here's Wagner. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Robinson comes to help. Crawford passes to Temple. Back to Crawford. Nets passing it around. Pass to Karuch. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Feeds to Mahimi. Tries it from 9. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Karuch. And Wagner pulls it down.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
To the middle. It's tipped. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. 6-point lead. Wagner passes to Mahimi. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Beyond the arc. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Luwawu.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Bryant finds Mahimi. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Mahimi's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Brown. Wizards leading by 7. Stolen by LeVert. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. It's stolen by Mahimi. Ryan in the post. LeVert defending. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break.
2 minutes.
And Thomas with the stuff.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Here's Bryant. Not going to go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Thomas passes to Luwawu, and he gets the bucket. And now just a 3-point Washington lead.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
Here's Bunga, and he bangs it home with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Here's Harris after the basket by Washington. And the 3-ball is good. Harris! 1:06 left in the first half. They get a hand on it. Here's Luwawu. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists tonight.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
It's good.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Launches it. No good that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Aggressiveness is everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that win.
Here's Thomas. Good work defensively by Bryant.
He's got good position down low, but still forces it in the face. It's a very tight defense.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Allen's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. Mo Wagner's checked in for Washington. Bryant passes to Wagner. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bryant's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And so we conclude the first half. Wizards out front.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Washington leading now by 6. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Harris. Allen is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the 1. 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jared Allen. Washington shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Nets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. That's good from Harris.
Joe Harris.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the basket by Washington. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Here's Brown, and that one drops for him. Brown's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Allen, that's good. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And there's the pass to Hachimura. Over Thomas. And no good, trying to use the glass.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Here is Bryant. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Hachimura. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. LeVert in the corner. Launches a 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Now just a 2-point Wizards lead.
Wow, 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Yep, that one goes.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here is Harris. He has 6 from the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Harris has got 9.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
Here's Bonga. 9 points in the game so far. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Smith for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
Mahimi's checked in for Washington. Mo Wagner comes in for Hachimura. Here's Robinson. The slam dunk by Robinson.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
To the paint. Here's Allen. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And C-Web, when Ish Smith goes to the rim, he is so deceptive. You just don't know where he'll go.
Yeah, Kevin, sometimes I feel that Smith doesn't even know where he's going. You know, but he's the crafty player that keeps defenders off balance with his change of speed. Gets the job done.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Washington. And they're pushing it up. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Nets trail by 5. Johnson finds Crawford. For 3. Poke loose. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line of your Nets, Rodions Caruso. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. So for the Wizards, Koseknik's checked in for Mahimi. And it's Hachimura in for Wagner. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Washington leading now by 3. And Smith gets double teamed. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. Good work there as it goes. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
There's Crawford with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Crawford's got his second basket of the night.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Hachimura the pass to Beseknitz. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. Smith's got 7 points.
This is the one area Smith must continue to work on. I love seeing him knock down the 3-ball, expanding his range.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ish Smith is out there with Robinson. And it's Brown in at the small forward. Bryant, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Temple. Karuch passes to Luau. He feeds it to Allen. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Temple. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson kicks to Luau Cabarro. Here's Temple. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Inside, here's Brown. Karuch grabs the board. Nets trail by 6. Allen dishes to Temple. Back to Allen. Goes back up. He lays it in. Allen's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Second chance shot to the left wing. Here's Hachimura. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's Karuch. Allen trying to break free. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Karuch. Right side, Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Knocks it loose to the inside. Kicks it out to Allen. And taken away by Brown. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Here's Smith. Doesn't go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. With the floater. Here's Johnson. Smith with the defensive effort. Washington leading now by 6. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. It's tipped. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 8 here in the quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Here's Allen. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Caruth.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
The deeper in the crunch time we get, the harder he's going to work on the offensive glass.
Allen passes to Caruth. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
So for the Wizards, Bonga's checked in, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Ish Smith.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Right side, Bryant. Pass to Bonga. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jared Allen.
Clearly a foul.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Caruth. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Look, I know he wants to get them back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not heaves.
Pass to Bonga. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Can't cash in from the high post. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Down low. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Washington going with a whole new group here. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Schofield gets the bucket. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's Harris from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
Now, here's Mahinmi. Now the pass to Schofield. And so it's the Wizards with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they...
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Hornets, 3 spots below.
And right now for Brooklyn, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing, and perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Harris. Allen is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the point guard position. And for Charlotte, we've got Rozier. Bridges out there with Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the 2-guard spot. Brooklyn with the ball. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Back to Allen. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Pass to Thomas. Harris outside. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Hornets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Inside, here's Washington, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Joe Harris, and that's good.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
That's his first personal foul.
Johnson, the pass to Temple. Got a piece of it. Passes to Allen. Harris looking it over. Sinks the 3-pointer. Harris has got 6 points.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass, catch and shoot, not the dribble.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys too. Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
Here's Bacon, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Zeller, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, really nice job to take what the defense was giving him there.
Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
Allen's got some old school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
The pass to Washington. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Allen finds Harris. That's good from Allen on the assist by Harris. Allen's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
Pass to Washington. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Hornets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Luwawu-Cabarrot, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Crawford comes in for Joe Harris. And the basket by Karuch.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Rozier, the pass to Zeller. Chalk up 2 there. Zeller's got his 2nd basket.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Here's Luwawu. Misses off the right iron. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Johnson outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. 2 on the clock. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hornets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Charlotte, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Batum is out there with Rozier, and it's Bacon in at the small forward position. Here's Washington. Batum against Crawford. Pass to Bacon. Second shot opportunity, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Johnson down low, defended by Batum. Johnson, the pass to Karuch. Nets passing it around. Clock at 6. And Temple kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. A rebound by Washington. Charlotte in the lead. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. The Nets second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
I tell you what, time is moving on now. When you think about Nick Batum, has been in the league a decade now. Wow. Throughout his career, this guy's been consistent in terms of his versatility and production.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Zeller. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Heat in Miami.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
And with Batum, Clark, that versatility is what makes him so great.
Well, you know, if you need him to score, he can. If you need him to create and rebound, he can do that too. He's just a very versatile player. It seems like every season Batum is able to plug in and play a different role and do it at a high level.
Here's Biyombo. Shoots from the corner. Crawford with the rebound.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Here's Thomas over Graham. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Allen's checked in for the Nets. Harris comes in for Jamal Crawford. Mark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. Now, here's Biyombo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami.
Rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. To the paint, it's deflected. It goes out of bounds. That one off Levert. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Harris's shot is off. And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Thomas finds Allen. Here's Harris. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
To the middle, here's Biyombo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Biyombo's got 6.
Biyombo showing off his agility off the screen. It's not easy to set that hard screen and then roll with purpose and effectiveness, but he does.
And he makes that one. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
Here's Batum. Jared Allen making his last shot. And there's Bismack Biyombo on the assist by Batum. Batum's got 4 assists now tonight. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Not to be denied there. Allen playing hard. A little contact, not going to bother.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Washington's checked in for Cody Zeller. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Nicholas Batum.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
To the inside, here's Allen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Earning a trip to the stripe that time. Allen constantly on the move, which makes him hard to guard.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Hornets on top, leading by 6. We'll see.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the... And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Levert. Lance Thomas out there with Joe Harris. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Gioza in at the point. Here's Allen. Here's Thomas. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Biyombo, and the dunk by Biyombo.
Hey, it's simple. When Biyombo's feeling it, keep getting him the ball. I like seeing him be aggressive on offense like this.
Harris kicks to Allen. To the middle. Pass to LeVert. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Bridges. A 3-ball. Harris, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier. Plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
He kicks to Biyombo. There's the pass to Washington. Excellent D there from Allen.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense. No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Here's Rozier. A beautiful reverse layup. Rozier's got his first 2 points of the night.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Nets trail by 4. Inside. Here's Harris. Lays it up and banks it in. Harris has got 8 points.
You know, Harris loves to shoot it outside, but I like seeing him capitalize from there, too.
Down low and stolen by Thomas. For the tie, and the layup good by LeVert. LeVert's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Biyombo, no luck. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harris passes to LeVert. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 8 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Chiozza's shot is good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
1:32 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Rozier. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. Great positioning on the putback.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Bridges. Finished off the break. Bridges has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
And stolen by Biyombo. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Now, here's Rozier. Defense is right there. 14 feet away. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the 2nd chance points. And the Hornets lead by 2.
Yeah, tough to box out Biyombo on the glass. I mean, this guy does a nice job anticipating where the misses are going.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Graham. LeVert defending. Here's Biyombo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Biyombo's got 8 here in the quarter.
And Biyombo is highly effective down low. Knows where to post up in the paint.
Thomas, good.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's Washington. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Hornets shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3 slot. So that's the Hornets 5. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a superb 63% from the field.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Outside, Batum. Zeller chipped back in for 2. And the Hornets lead by 2. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Just 5 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Hornets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Johnson. He hits it from 9. Johnson's got his first points of the game.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
They get the rebound. Zeller, another shot, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Brooklyn called for the foul. And the first one drops. And so he hits both. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Allen. Nets passing it around. Here's Temple. The Hornets pull it in. Zeller's got his 5th rebound in this one. Nails the wide open jump shot. And the Hornets lead by 4. Washington's gotten 6 of his 12 shots to drop, hitting 50% on the night, and stolen by Zeller. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the shot is good. Now it's a 6-point Hornets lead. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And here's Johnson outside. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 6 rebounds in the game. Graham with the bucket. Graham's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hornets.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Allen, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And, guys, Allen is certainly in the zone. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and when he does that, he'll stay with it. He won't let up.
Here's Graham. He's guarded by Johnson. Graham with the bucket.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Nets trail by 8. Kicks to Johnson. 13 feet away. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Charlotte. Biombo is checked in for Zeller. And it's Miles Bridges in for Dwayne Bacon. And a change for the Nets. Karis LeVert's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Graham with the bucket. 1:27 left in the fourth. Chioza passes to LeVert. He kicks it to Thomas. Now here's LeVert. Graham defending. Back to LeVert. Down low. And stolen by Graham.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Hornets.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. Whistle blows, basket is good. So the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And a new group in for the Nets. Hall's checked in for Allen. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Thomas. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Musa in for LeVert.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
It's Martin on the wing. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
They swipe it. Here's Chioza. Finished off the break.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
So it's the Hornets picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge a bit.